Hello and welcome. AI factories are exploding across the globe as the companies likes of Nvidia, cloud providers like Azure, GCP, AWS, and others are rushed to deploy AI factories for their customers to derive business value. And it's important for you to understand what an AI factory is, no matter what your role is. Therefore, in this video, I'm gonna help you dive deep into what an AI factory is. Therefore, let's get started. Here's the agenda. So first, I'll talk about what an AI factory is, then we'll take a look at how does it work, and then what are its benefit, and then real world use cases. All right, so let's get started. So what an AI factory is. So AI factory is a specialized computing infrastructure designed to create value from data by managing the entire AI lifecycle, ranging from data ingestion and training to fine tuning to high volume inference towards the end, which is the product. The product is intelligence. So you feed in raw data and you get intelligence, and then this intelligence is measured via tokens. Right. So that's what definition of AI factory is. And then the end product of this AI factory is intelligence, which is used by businesses across the globe for automation, uh, developing new solutions, and making smarter business decisions. All right. So with that in mind, let's try to understand what's the difference between data centers and AI factories. Right? We have been in the world of traditional computing. How is it that traditional data center is different from AI factory? So the core function is the traditional data center is general purpose computing and storage, right? That was the core function of traditional data center. But with AI factory, it's optimized for artificial intelligence workload. And the primary output of traditional data center was data retrieval, whereas the AI factory is the intelligence and AI reasoning. And the way the traditional data centers were measured is via bandwidth and uptime, whereas AI factory is measured through token throughput and inference performance, how fast it's able to generate tokens. And then the architecture is standardized server racks, whereas AI factory is specialized, tightly coupled hardware and software ecosystem. So yeah, that's the difference between traditional data centers versus AI factories. Now let's try to understand how does AI factory works. So NVIDIA says the AI factory works through five different steps or five interconnected steps. The first step is data pipeline, where data ingestion happens to the AI models. Data ingestion and refinement is the first step. The second step is algorithm development, where engineering with the models are engineered. And the third step is experimentation platform, where virtual stress testing happen before the models really get deployed here in the AI infrastructure stack, which is then available for the customers. And then the fifth step is automation tools that are in place to ensure that the continuous refinement or continuous improvement of these AI models keep happening. Now, let's try to dive deep into each step and try to understand them in a much better way. So, data pipeline, the intake system fuels production, right? It requires, cleans, integrates, and transforms raw data, right? So, data is a primary input here for the AI model, and automation is applied here to eliminate human bottlenecks, ensuring only the most refined inputs reach the model. Okay, and then the algorithm development happens, which is the second step, the engineering phase. Here, models are designed to extract insights, recognize patterns, and make decisions. This involves feature identification, right? And then precise decision optimization as well. So the first step is data pipeline, where you feed in the data, and the second step is algorithm development, right? And then the third step. So before you really go ahead, now let's assume that you have developed your model, but before you go ahead and deploy it to the outer world or expose it to your customers, it's important that you experiment it. It's important that you stress test it. That's what happens in this phase, where before intelligence is manufactured at scale, it must be proven, right? The experimentation platform serves a secure simulation environment for rapid prototyping. So here, what really happens is, A/B testing happens, right? Runs real world simulation for test functionality and ensures models are optimized for the highest levels of accuracy and efficiency prior to deployment. And then the fourth step is the real one, where the models are deployed on the infrastructure. And this AI infrastructure is composed of both hardware and software. So the hardware, as you can see on your screen, comprises of high performance GPUs, CPUs, high performance networking, and then cooling system that is very much needed to cool down these systems, right? And then So this AI also provides a holistic API-driven ecosystem, high performance GPUs, CPUs, networking. And then the fifth step is automation tools, as I said before. These tools maintains consistency across the life cycle from hyperparameter tuning to final deployment workflows, ensuring models remain scalable and efficient without human intervention. Right. So yeah, these are the five steps through which the entire AI infrastructure works. Now, what are the industry use cases for AI factories? The real world, there are few real world use cases that I have outlined here. The first is obviously in robotics and automation vehicles, where AI factories are used, and then drug discovery and medicine is an important one, where where experts are right now are discovering new drugs and new protein molecules, where it's used for analyze massive data sets to identify new drug candidates. Generative AI creates novel molecules and personalized treatment protocols, improving outcomes and reducing cost. And then it's also used in telecommunication, right, which is used for optimizing network performance, reduces downtime, and for powering LLM driven customer service. Not only this, these are only few use cases. The AI is being applied across the industries, be it in sales, marketing, and software development. We're not. So we are seeing huge or diverse use cases of AI and AI factories right now. All right. So where can I deploy? Where can you go ahead and deploy these AI factories? You can deploy it on premise as well, right? You can deploy it so you can have good control over your data. You can deploy it in the cloud, and NVIDIA offers its services called DGX Cloud, which you can use to deploy in the cloud. Where you do need to really manage the hardware. The cloud provider does it for you, and you can deploy in hybrid environment as well, which balances on-premises security with cloud's elasticity, optimizing cost, maintaining strict compliance while scaling. So these are the three deployment models. Now, NVIDIA provides the complete blueprint, right, to deploy these AI factories, full stack platform to construct your AI factory. The first thing is the Omniverse blueprint, right? So it's a digital twin environment from NVIDIA, which you can use to design, test, and optimize the factory infrastructure before physical deployment. So before you really go ahead and physically deploy your AI factory, you sort of design and test it, and then the operating system, which is composed of NVIDIA's Tensor RT, Dynamo, NIM microservices for low latency deployment, and a continuous data field. So it consists of inference technologies as well. And then the main other thing is the high speed internet connectivity or high speed connectivity within the wrapper, within the chips. That's what is offered by Spectrum Ethernet, NVLink, NVSwitch, Quantum InfiniBand. High speed interconnects crucial for massive data transfer. And then the engine, which is GPUs, high performance GPUs that provides the computational power for trading and inference. All right. So conclusion. The conclusion is AI factory turns data into revenue. The ultimate purpose of AI factory is to extract maximum value from data, right? You feed in raw data and you get revenue and innovation. All right. So that's it from this video. Hope you liked it. If you do, please subscribe it and share it with your friends and colleagues. See you in the next video. Thank you so much.